It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught, Devon Achane. And that's good for a gain of 5. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Achane again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First and 10 from the 41. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd down carry for Achane. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he'll go down. Looks like they're... At the 11. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
And the Titans opting for a 5th DB, a nickel set, 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. On target to Jackson. It's inside the 10. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 12 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw it on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. This time it's a passing play. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down around the 34.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it...
We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. He finds Tigger Conquo for the grab. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Just 1 yard on the gain, so now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 8.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Has it in close. Touchdown, Tennessee. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Achane reels it in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing again, Mahomes. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. They've got 1st down from the 31. Handoff running left, Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 45. He could do it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Point after from Pinheiro. He's up and good. And the Texans tie things up to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Lone back gets the handoff. They're cobbled together a yard there. Christian Harris on the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They motion the tight end over. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. On the move, headed right. He's going to let this go. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field, and now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Throwing from the gun here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get some late points and the lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. The The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21. At the 19.
Trying again following the sack. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off.
Now, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Achan. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from the 41. They send the tight end in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. And that played good enough for a 1st. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Completed over the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 1. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Throwing here on 2nd and a handful. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throwaway.
Third down from the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans take a 3-possession lead.
Texans 14.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And we'll be out way back on that return. Not even up to the 10, but inside at his own 9-yard line.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Here's pressure, and he is dropped by the Titans. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this second half, and that's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome a bit of adversity.
Running left, here's A-Chain. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. Fourth and 3. The Texans set to punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 22. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. Man, it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Fits it through the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
1st down from the red zone. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This throw is caught. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Man in motion here. Throwing now, off play action. And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans make it a 24-point ball game.
Texans 14.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing deep down the near side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Titans take over as he records the 40th interception of his career.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key.